Hey guys, welcome back to the channel at Charlotte Market Insights. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. If you're new around here, my name is Brian Taylor. I'm the owner here at Dreamline Realty right here in Charlotte. And guys, we are almost in the month of June, and the spring season of house sales in Charlotte is anything but thriving. Let's put it that way. It's stagnant, I guess would be a good word to use. Things are kind of steady, but not the spring market we were expecting for obvious reasons. When we have rising mortgage rates, which we're going to talk about here in just a minute, we've got a bunch of other economic data that's causing a slowdown all over the country, not just here in Charlotte for sure. We have new home sales that just came out with some breaking news we're going to talk about today, and we're going to talk about some affordability things in a new chart that I just came across I wanted to share with you guys. But guys, the purpose of my channel is to help educate you guys and show you exactly what's happening on a national level and then relate it here to Charlotte so you can make a great home buying decision when the time is right for you, as well as give you everything you need to know for my relocation buyers to make a confident move here to Charlotte. And speaking of my relocation buyers, stay tuned to the end. I've got a new resource that I've launched for you guys specifically. I think you're going to like what I have in store for you guys. But let's kick off this video and talk about the Case-Shiller Home Price Index. That's a mouthful to say. The Case-Shiller Home Price Index. So what this basically is, it's a compilation of 20 metros that are tracked across the country. So as we're going to see here, when we look at the change in home values for the month of March, now this is one thing that the Case-Shiller and I don't really agree on, is because it is lacking or lagging in data, but it's essentially tracking the change in values. And what we'll see here is the Seattle market leads the nation at down 2.5% year over year in home price appreciation. Now, Charlotte is on the index, so that's why we're talking about this. Charlotte right now sits at 0.9% appreciation. So we are still in the green. And if we look at this more from a perspective of local data, that 0.9 tracks very, very close to what we just saw last month here in Charlotte. So I always like to kind of see what's going on from a national perspective and relate it, like I said, back to Charlotte. But the median sales price in Charlotte right now sits at $399,000. And if we look year over year, that is up 0.8%, which tracks very, very closely to what the Case-Shiller Index shows. And a couple more things while I've got you over here. I just told you that $399,000 is the median sales price. As we go back and look at October, November, and December, it was at $400,000. So it has not changed much. But just to show you the prior year in 2025, in the month of April, it was at $395,700. So of course now it is up to $399,000. So one of the things that has caused a lot of disruption here over the last few months is interest rates. So if you've been following along at home and paying any attention to the news, you'll know that we have this thing going on with Iran, causing oil prices to rise. Obviously, you feel it at the gas pump for sure. But what that also is causing is interest rates to increase. So as of today, we are sitting at an average fixed rate on a conventional loan at 6.56%. This is from Mortgage News Daily. This is the average over the country if you are putting down 20% and you have a credit score of 780 or higher. Now, obviously, if you do a government loan like an FHA loan, you're going to see a much lower interest rate at 6.10 for an FHA or 6.12 for a VA loan. So we're going to have to see where interest rates go as we progress farther through the Iran conflict. But let's just take a look over the last year of where interest rates were. Now, we all started off this year thinking, okay, here we go. Interest rates are going to start coming down. That's what everybody thought. In fact, on February 24th, we sat right there at 5.99%. And then when things got kind of crazy with the war going on, you can clearly see the ramp up here that we've taken. And we are starting to come down. So this may be good news. We just don't know. As you know, things can change so fast. but we are at that 6.56% interest rate here today. So obviously, when we are talking about interest rates rising, that also comes back into the conversation of affordability, right? So many first-time buyers out there are just, I feel bad for you guys because we were getting to the point where we thought rates were going to fall. We've already seen home prices level off, which is a good thing. Hopefully, maybe we'll see them come down further. We don't know on that at all either. There's just so much out there that we just can't predict. But for you people that are hoping rates will come down to get you more affordability, unfortunately, we're going to have to wait just a little bit longer. But this affordability chart came out. I wanted to share with you because I think this is fascinating. But it's talking about households by highest priced home that they can afford, right? Oh, gosh, this just is crazy. But it says nearly 60% of U.S. households are unable to afford a home at $300,000, right? So if we go and look down through here, the median sales price across the country is $659,826. Now this is from a median price of 2025. But what this is showing us at that median sales price, 12 million people are able to afford that $459 median price. And then when you start getting down here into the lines in blue, this is exactly what this is showing us. That 23.5 million can afford a house between 200 and 300,000, and then 52 million can afford a house less than 200,000. So when we add these two numbers up, guys, this comes out to be 76 million people in this country right now are able to afford a home. They're capped out at 300,000. Guys, we need these interest rates to come down. It needs to happen, and people need to buy homes when they're able to buy homes. It is just, it's hard to see sometimes, right? So one of the other pieces of news that came out this week was on the new construction scene. And even though these builders, guys, have deep pockets, they're offering crazy amount of incentives. Like, guys, these builders are just saying, hey, walk into my model home, look at my beautiful model home, and I'm going to give you $15,000 or $20,000 in closing costs. Oh, by the way, I'm also going to throw in a washer, dryer, fridge, and blinds. You know, we've got to make sales. I mean, even the new construction scene is feeling the downturn here, and they're even offering crazy low interest rates, guys. It's wild. But I want you to hear from Diana Olick. She is with CNBC. She's going to bring you the report. I'm going to let her share the news with you of what happened this week on the scene of new construction. So, Diana, I'm going to let you take it away.
Home sales in April, it came in at 622,000 annualized units. That is well below expectations of 663. It's down 6.2% from March, down 11% year over year. The median sale price was 8% above March, and it was 2.2% above April 2025. That is a price of $413,600. Now, this count is based on signed contracts, so it's people out shopping in April. You remember, mortgage rates shot up in March, then came down a little bit in April, and that's why I think the street was expecting a smaller drop. It was only expecting 2% drop, but now it's seeing that, again, 6% drop. The builders, they were nervous. April starts were down 9% month to month and over 2% year over year for housing starts in single family. So, again, it's this mortgage rate kind of back and forth of we shoot up, we come back a little. We're obviously up again in the last couple of weeks. But new home sales, you know, to see the price that was actually up a little bit, the builders had been lowering prices to try to get people in the door. So seeing prices up is not great for the market. Again, the big builders can do incentives, other builders cannot. But again, a pretty big disappoint in new home sales for April. Back to you guys.
So there you go, guys. New home sales are down, but ironically enough, home prices on the new construction scene are up 2%. So there you go. All right, guys. But if you are in the market for new construction specifically, if you haven't checked out our sister channel on YouTube at Brand New Charlotte Homes, I'll put a link in the description below. Hop over there and check that out. My son-in-law, Will Simino, if you've been over there, you've seen him do a lot of videos with me. We've done over 300 videos specifically on new construction. So if there's a new construction neighborhood you have an interest in, we've most likely done that video on the neighborhood. We're doing all the new inventory that's hitting the market, talking about great deals that are out there on the new construction scene. So make sure you check that out. So also for my relocation people, about 80% of the people that we're helping through YouTube are relocating here from another place, which is a beautiful thing. So I have designed this whole website to give you all the resources that you could possibly need to start planning your move, planning ahead. I've got all sorts of guides over there that are going to help you along. It is a resource just for you at charlottemarketinsights.com. I'll give you a quick sneak peek of what you can expect over there. I won't go through all of this with you, but like I had said, I'm going to give you an exact roadmap of how to plan your move to Charlotte. And I have all sorts of resources on all the different towns. You can check out all of those guides. You're going to find over there everything that you're going to need, but please reach out to me if you have questions about any of that stuff. I would love to help you plan your move here to Charlotte. So guys, if you haven't seen some of the other videos that I've got out on the channel, they're all down there below in the content section. I am doing complete tours of all the different suburbs around Charlotte. I've got several of those completed. Harrisburg, Locust, I just finished Indian Trail. And I'm also ramping up this channel for the rest of this year, bringing you all sorts of other content about suburbs and really diving deep into what is happening with market trends within a lot of these towns, right? All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Like the video if you've got any value out of this and like this kind of content. And as always, guys, catch you in the next one and make it a great day.